Very quickly, I'll just take us through what we did in the last class. In the last class, we were able to achieve this particular layout you are seeing. Please confirm you can see this layout. We built this from scratch, and it was a deliberate approach to show to everyone how to build uh, a dashboard layer, because that is actually the foundation of building a meaningful dashboard, a basic attractive dashboard without using the visualization tools yet, the likes of Power BI, Tableau, and what have you. Those are specialized visualization tools for that purpose. But there is a tool that is basic enough, which people interact with almost every day, and it is in Microsoft Office suite, which is Excel. So we are using Excel this time around to let people know that there is so much they can do with Excel, which they have not been taking advantage of all along. So the discovery, I mean, the series has been called Discovery for People Managers because we believe people who are leading people are expected to be able to have basic ability to manipulate the data people under you are producing each time they are working. It is that data you can work on as a leader to tell them what their performance is without any sentiment, without any bias, and without any prejudice. And people run away from this kind of analysis or this kind of administration because they feel numbers are difficult or mathematics is what something, I mean, is what some people are especially blessed with. It is not true. It is about what you apply your mind and your heart to, and the benefit is so immense and unquantifiable. So that's exactly why Talent Basket took up this particular course and is trying to reach out to as many people as possible who are in leadership position, people who are leading people, especially people in human resource management practice. So they naturally would not want to deal with data as such. And by default, by the reason of what they do on daily basis, they have access to data. They sit on tons of data every now and then. So we want to build their capacity, improve what their understanding is about data so that they can make the best of it. And anywhere they find themselves in the organization they are working for, will be the best for it in the long run. So we've started this for the last 3 weeks. This is the third episode, and the very last week we were able to achieve this particular dashboard layouts you are seeing. You can watch previous video. It was recorded and posted on both LinkedIn and on the YouTube channel. So you can see how we arrive at this. I will still be going through some revision in a couple of weeks' time to help people who are just joining. So I can see that a couple of people are just joining today. That's why I'm doing this recap so that you can know where we're coming from and where we want to start from today. Because in a few minutes, the class will be over. I want to keep it as short as that so that those videos, when people are previewing it, is easy to quickly digest, go through all over again. Then they can pick another class video and make reference to it to ask whatever questions they need to ask. So here is the dashboard layout we achieved last class. So today we'll be going into putting some of the information that needs to be on this dashboard. Take note, this dashboard you are seeing is still currently on PowerPoint, and we need to go back into Excel to start introducing the different aspect of the data we want to analyze and how we want to bring it in here. So for avoidance of doubt, we are specifically dealing with HR analytics dashboard, just a set of data generated by the HR department about the entire organization and how the different aspect of the data is to be used to inform management decision and to equally help in fine-tuning a number of issues that must have arisen in the course of the operation. So I will go back into the Excel shortly, but here is the PowerPoint. And one thing I need to quickly show us is when we design in PowerPoint this way, another point is to let us know that this kind of dashboard can only be easily designed in PowerPoint. You cannot even achieve this in Excel because of some tools that are used to arrive at this. You can check the previous video to see that I will now move it right from this PowerPoint down to Excel. So I've already saved it before, so I'm going to remove or delete it from where I initially saved it, which is this. I'm deleting right away so that I can resave it again. So I want to show us something important in saving. So let's say we both arrive at this dashboard layout this way, and somebody saying anything? Hello? Please confirm you could hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Great. So I thought I heard some interjection. All right. So arriving at the dashboard this way, there is a way to save it. So you normally go to File, pick Save As, then you can go ahead and um, name it anything you want to name it, but the file type you must not leave it this way. PowerPoint macro enable presentation .pptm, which is the PowerPoint file extension. No, you click that drop down arrow, then look for something we call JPEG file interchange format, because this file interchange format is what exactly will help PowerPoint and Excel to have an handshake in sharing this file, and it will render exactly the same way it has been produced in PowerPoint in Excel that we will be using it. So I pick this as the file extension name, and then I can name this. So I can call it lay underscore dash, just any arbitrary name. Then I can save it. So it will be asking me actually where, I mean, if I want to save that single slide in that PowerPoint file, or I want to save the entire PowerPoint file itself. So because I want to save just that slide, because other slide on that PowerPoint file are not the final product that we need for this class. So I will just say just this one, and I know the folder where it's going to save, which is the download folder. So I can easily go to download folder to pick it from there. So I picked this one, just that slide alone. So it's already in my download folder. So just go to my download folder. Here is it, lay underscore dash. So I can pick it from there. So I can just easily open it right from here. On opening it, I have this. I can copy it. Then as soon as I've copied it, I move straight away to where my Excel is as it is. I've already done it here before, so I can delete away this sheet, or I can leave it, just open another sheet entirely. Then I drop it there, Control V. You can see here is it. Then I can just drag it a little and bring it, centralize it this way. So the layout is here. So this is the layout we are quickly going to work on now. Where is the data? Let me hide this sheet, right click, hide. I don't need you for now. So I need this plain sheet so that we could go through the whole thing together. So this guy, KPI2, I think I should delete it so that I can create another one entirely. So I'm deleting that KPI because I'm still going to use another KPI. So here is the data we are going to work on. It's a dummy data. It does not represent any company. It does not belong to any organization. It's just a dummy data for exercise and practice only. So I will also share it. It's not mine. I also got it from somebody who freely shared it after talking about it and showing some lessons on it. So whoever is interested to, you can easily share this. Just a dummy data. It's not for anybody. Is anonymized, is pseudonymized and all that. So anybody can use it for any practice. So this is data we want to use. Normally in dealing with this kind of data, there are key information you quickly want to get from a data that most of the time some people may not be may not be able to easily get all of those things. And in looking at it, I don't need to scroll from the top to bottom to know the total number of entries on this particular data file or data set. Simple dashboard should show me that as easily as possible. So how do we do it? I will just click. I don't know. I'm still hearing somebody want to come into the room. Okay. So this is the data. So what I need to do is I'll just click insert on the ribbon. Clicking insert, the very first button here on the menu is pivot table. Click on pivot table, click on from table range. It does that. So it gives you this short dialog box. And as you have gotten the short dialog box, you can just look at it. Yes, I want you to land in a new worksheet. Good, go there. I click OK. It creates an entire new sheet for me. So what I want to do first, if you check here, this is exactly the dashboard we want to work on. It's from the very first discussion we had at the launch of this series. This is the dashboard we want to arrive at from beginning to the end. So the very first thing we have done was to create the layout, which is this that we're having here. And we have imported this layout now down into Excel, which we are now also having in this Excel. So this is the data we want to work on. We want to retrieve, extract information on this data sheet or data set and put it on our layout that we have drawn. Okay, so this is the data, and we have already drawn the first pivot table. Pivot table is to help you subcategorize data, however heavy or lengthy or voluminous they are. So what I want to achieve is right here, the very second line here that I have 5 smaller containers of the same size. I want to put KPI. KPI are key performance indicators, direct bullet figures that show some very key numbers that management will quickly reason alongside with. So in the whole of the first data, the first thing anybody want to know is that, okay, how many employees do we even have in this organization? Because this data, as you are seeing, does not look any way different like Barbarian talking in thousands. So you quickly want to reduce the complexity here and make it straight. Okay. In doing that, I want to put my KPI right on this second line. Those 5 KPIs will be there. I will explain what those 5 KPIs. Then at the very top, I want to put the name of what this dashboard is about on this very first rectangle. And the second side of the rectangle, maybe I'll just put some satisfaction rating as we see in that template itself. Okay, so I go straight away to the pivot table I've drawn. So I want to deal with that KPI. That particular first stage here, which is just naming it and putting the name of the dashboard. We can always write that one easily. So I want to start with the KPI. How do I retrieve this KPI from this huge set of data? Okay, I come here, I've already created a pivot table. Then I need to name the pivot table. So on naming the pivot table, here by default, it is naming it as, let me click this away. For the benefit of the person just joining. So let me create another pivot table. So you go to insert, pick this, then pick this, you have your pivot table. Then right here at the top here, you can name your pivot table. So I want the pivot table to give me the KPI. I put KPI there, then automatically to name the pivot table at KPI. Then I can name this sheet as KPI for ease of referencing when I start creating slicers and linking slicers to filter some data for me. So I can rename this sheet as KPI too. So rename it as KPI. Okay. So I have that. So I click on my KPI. I mean on my pivot table already named KPI. Right on your right side here, you see some field open where you can manipulate the pivot table. So what I want to do first is to have what is the total number of employee in the organization. So I can quickly check, should give me employee number. Okay, so I drag employee number from here, I bring it down I can put it on values because I want to know the value of employee number. So you can see it's giving me just this. It's summing up all the employees, sum of employee number, and this is the total. That's about that's 1.5 million in their summation. So that is not a correct number. If you go back into the data and look at the column that is talking about employee number, that is column H. So in column H, it's giving me employee number. So each employee has a unique number, but what that pivot table just did, it sum up the whole of this number and gave me the total sum. That's not what I want. What I want is how many employees. So it should treat this employee number as one, even if a particular employee has his employee number as 27, that should be regarded as one. So I go back to it and tell it, give me the correct number. So I come back here, don't sum up all of those numbers of the employee number. I don't want that submission. I want it to represent a single unit of count for each employee. So you click this particular arrow here, it opens up, then select value field, then change it from sum to count and press OK. The moment you do that, that summation they gave me initially will change into individual counting of each employee. So by that simple clicking, I don't need to run through the entire data from beginning to end. By that simple 2 to 3 clicks, I know the total number of employee on that sheet, 1,470. Let's confirm. Go back to it. Now start scrolling, 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 scrolling. By the time you scroll to the end, you realize that it's the same number. Can you see? 1,471. You have to deduct one because it started from two actually, as Excel name, numbers, data. So it started from number two. So that is 1,470 exactly as this simple pivot table has given it to me. Okay, what else do I want to know? I equally want to know the attrition, how many employees leaving the organization. So let's check. You type attrition so that you can sieve it out for you. Um, let's say, let's find attrition, put it here, also in value, it gives you attrition straight away. So it's saying that out of 1,470 employees, which is the staff strength, we are having 237 employees who are exiting straight. I don't need to dilly dally into the big data. This pivot table is already giving me that. I'm doing this to show us something. Okay, let me also check something. What else do I need to check? I also want to see something in my KPI. What is the age of the employee in general? So I also pick age. I drag it down here to value. So it gives me that I'm having 54,278. That does not sound like age. So, and why is this showing this way? Is because it's showing me sum of age. Like we did earlier, we also come here, press the arrow, press value field, then change from sum of age to average age and click OK. So that gives you 36.9, which you can easily change to 2 or 3 decimal places, or just remove any decimal places because age cannot be in decimal place. So the average age here is 37. So what other things do I want? We mentioned in last class that by the time you are picking information to put in your dashboard, don't pick it directly from the pivot table analysis. So you can extract away from pivot table, then you will now pick from that extracted format into the dashboard. So let's quickly extract this information away from pivot table. So what that one is telling me is total um, total employee. Okay. What this one is telling me is attrition. What this one is telling me is, let's say, average age. So I just bring it here. Excel, when you want to move items, I mean, move figures from one place to another, just is equals to, then click this guy and press enter. That number comes there. Also here, put equal to, click this guy and press enter, it comes there. Same as this place, equal to, then pick this guy. Come on. Equal to, pick this guy, press enter. So what other thing do I want to know? I also want to know active employee. So I can say active employee. What else do I want to know in the KPI? There are 5 of them. Then I also want to know attrition rates. So I put it there. Active employee will be that the total employee minus number of employee who have exited, which is attrition. So I said equal to total minus the attrition, give me the figure. It gives me 1233. That is the active employee, meaning that the employee that is still in the workforce, they were 100, I mean, they are 1,470, but 237 have exited. So what is the current active employee? 1,233, just simple calculation. So attrition rate. So how do I get attrition? Attrition rate is simply the attrition divided by the total. So I have equal to, who are those who have attrited, I mean, I have exited rather, then out of how many, so that gives me this. So attrition rates is in percentage. So I can change this to percentage. Just press, select it this way and press percentage up here. So that gives you 16%. So I can choose to put it in um, 1 or 2 decimal places, and it will have, I mean, it will appear this way. So I have gotten all my KPI. Now what do I need to do? I want to move it to that dashboard. Then I arrange it that way and later put some linking, and that will make it dynamic. So let's go back to the dashboard template now, or layout that we did. Then um, we'll put in the different figures or the different numbers we have gotten. Okay, now on this Excel, I have this layout I have brought in here. So let me label this as dashboard. Okay, so I'm coming to do that. You can see that this layout itself and the background of the layout are both somewhat looking alike. So it may not help visualization because the background of the layout and the background behind the layouts are almost the same. So there is no contrast. So that's one of those things visualization is supposed to take care of. So I need to make sure that the background is a bit different from the background of this layer so that there can be color contrast, and whatever I'm putting right on the layout will appear more legible, sharp, and attractive than mature. So what do I do? I can do just something simple here. Right on this page, I can just say, I don't want this kind of view. So go to your view tab on the ribbon. What do I want to do? I want to first remove the grid line. So I unselect the grid line. You can see the grid line has disappeared. So what do I want to do again? Go back to the Home tab. I want to paint that background differently from the background of the layout so as to achieve some sense of color contrast. Okay, I just pick something slightly brownish, or I can pick, let's see, I can pick this. Oh, sorry. Pick this guy. I can use something. less dark so that it will not be too apparent, or
Feel the contrast is okay, but I'm looking for something a bit light. Do you think it's okay this way? Are you okay with this contrast? Okay, good. Thank you, Kira. So
I can go back now. That contrast is fine. So we can, what we'll be putting right on the layouts will be more sharp and legible. Okay, we want to first put all the KPI right here. There are 5 of them. So what do I need to do? I go right to my ribbon again. I put insert. Then on insert, I look for this guy, text box. I pick my text box. So I come right here, the very first one. I just draw a little text box. I can always adjust it a bit up. What do I want to put inside it? Total employees. Okay. Then I can just make it a bit more conspicuous. What kind of font I'm using? Let me choose Lato Black. I need to do it for all of them. Give me Lato Black for all. Okay. Maybe font size 14. Okay. What color do I want to use? I can use that color. So I've achieved that. Then later on, if I feel I should increase it, I can increase it. Then I can go here, select that same text box, click on shape format, um, click on shape fill, select no fill, click on shape outline, select no outline, so that this thing can blend on that page without having any borderline, and it looks a bit more mature. Okay, I've done that. Total employee is the heading of that particular box. So how do I now achieve total employee? So I go back into insert, I pick another text box. I can still use that same text box by just copy and pasting it, but let me just show this again. So pick another text box, draw something relatively bigger than the previous one, something like this. Okay, what do I want to do now? I want to pull in the figure of the total employee, which I've already achieved on the KPI sheet. So what I do is that I make sure I select this box as it is. I come to this formula bar right here on top. I can put my equal to. Remember I said anything or anytime you want to create some calculation in Excel, you have to use equal to. The moment you press equal to in Excel, you have already activated that calculation mode for Excel. So Excel is ready to obey those calculation commands and bring in figure anywhere you are pointing it to. So I press equal to right here, then I go into the KPI sheet I created earlier. As soon as I open it, I will pick the number I created right here, which is this. So I select it and press enter. That number appears right in this box, which is 1,470. So I just need to do some little styling here. Maybe I bring it to font size 36. Yeah, let me pick 36, it's okay. I can drag it up a bit. Then I can open you down a bit. Uh, open this down a bit too. I can choose to bold it. I can pick select color. I want to use this color. Okay. Don't forget, I will need to also instead of dragging it aside, I can just use that to put it in the middle. Then I can put it here, down a bit. Then go to shape format, remove, I mean, say no fill, then shape outline, say no outline, so that thing can blend properly well with that side as it is. So I'm doing the same for the remaining 4. So all I need to do is just, I want to style this guy a bit more. Come on. Okay. So since it's going to be similar for every other smaller container, so I can just select this particular container, press your shift, try and select the edge of the other one, though it has blended into the whole thing, but you can see it. Mm. So I've gotten the 2 now. Then I can just copy, then paste, and I will just move it. Easily I move it to this side. All I need to do is just to adjust what is inside. So I can equally copy and paste. Since I know I'm going to do similar thing for the 5 of them, I move this one to this side. We will adjust each of them later on. I will just also copy and paste. So I move this guy to this side. Copy and paste. I move this guy to this side. So the first one is correct. The second one, what do I want to achieve on the second one? From here, I have attrition. So I just go into the second one. What do I need to do? Select the whole of that place, label it as attrition. Then come to the second one underneath. Select it to delete it. That's not the number that should be there. I come to the formula bar, clear it, leave the equal to sign, then go back to my KPI pivot table and pick attrition. Pick enter. So attrition number is appearing there. I go back and just adjust the letterings. Let's say that is 36 also. I want to bold it. Then I want to use this color to blind with the previous one. So that is attrition. The next one I want to do is active employee. So this guy should be active employee. So I just change this away from that word active employees. So the number should not be this, click this. No. Undo, redo. It will be trickage. Okay, I've selected it. Delete. Then I also delete the formula here. That's not the formula. I leave the equal to. Then I go to the KPI pivot table. I'm looking for active employee. Here is it. I pick it, enter. The number is equally there. What do? I adjust it equally. Same. Then I want to bold it. Then I want to select this color. It's as simple as that. Okay. I'm coming here to. This one is attrition rate. Then the last one is average age. So I take this one to attrition rate. So I change the figure here. So I change the figure here to what it should be by going to the KPI sheet, attrition rate. I pick this guy, press enter. The number is equally there. Adjust it, same up to 36. I want it to be bold. Then I want this color. Okay. The last one is average age. Average age. So just go again. Select this guy, remove it. Go to formula bar, remove the formula. Pick the right formula from the KPI sheet. Where's the average age? This is the average age. Okay. Enter. You can see it giving me that very long stuff. No problem. I will go back to that side and adjust it, and I expect it to automatically get adjusted on the dashboard. Okay, then I put its color. The color is equally there. So 36.93 average age. I want it to just be a whole number. Age cannot be 30 something point something. So okay, let me go back to the KPI and adjust it here. I expect it to get adjusted automatically to show a proof of dynamism. So I want it to be completely whole number, no decimal point. So I press this. So it gives me 37. So it should be showing same thing on it. You can see it has turned to 37, which means this dashboard is actually linked to that pivot table, and the pivot table is equally linked to the data set itself. So we've achieved this straight away. Any question? Any question? No. Okay, good. So here what I want here is just the name of the dashboard, so which is HR Analytics. Then I can put some logo just at the left there. So I can just go ahead and pick the text box also. And come here, draw my text box. Draw it this way. The right inside, I can put HR Analytics dashboard. Okay, what do I want? What kind of font? Font size. Font name, letter black. How much do I want it? How big do I want it? So I can decide that from 11 to, okay. You can just do little adjustment here to position it correctly. Um, can adjust it on the side too. Okay, then you can equally do the other stuff, shape formats, no fill, then no outline. So you can blend correctly, okay? Then what do I want to do next? Do I want to also make it bold? Then do I want to change the color? What color do I want to give it? Is it this? Okay. You can see it's coming alive a bit. Then I can just put a logo here that represents HR. So I have one already. I can just pick from here and take to my dashboard and just paste it there. I'll just put it right in here, position it a bit as it is there. Picture format. Okay, it's properly aligned. So I can leave it this way. So the next one is just to do some job satisfaction rating right on this side, which you can take up in the next class. I don't want it to be longer than necessary so that people can easily move around the revision. So this is how simple it is to create HR dashboard, just doing a few calculations and bringing insight from a very voluminous data into simple to read and understand format this way for people or decision makers to be able to make decision based on data. Thank you everyone for your time. Is there any question before we call it a wrap for today's class? Question? Any question? Pira? Olu? Hello, can you hear me? Do you have any question?